See, there are basically two kinds of philosophy. One's called prickles, the other's called goo. And prickly people are precise, rigorous, logical. They like everything chopped up and clear. Goo people like it vague. For example, in physics, prickly people believe that the ultimate constituents of matter are particles. Goo people believe it's waves. And in philosophy, prickly people are logical positivists and goo people are idealists. And they're always arguing with each other. But what they don't realize is that neither one can take his position without the other person. Because you wouldn't know you advocated prickles unless there was somebody else advocating goo. You wouldn't know what a prickle was unless you knew what goo was. Because life is not either prickles or goo, it's gooey prickles and prickly goo. And they go together like back and front, male and female. And that's the answer to philosophy. See, I'm a philosopher, and I'm not going to argue very much, because if you don't argue with me, I don't know what I think. So if we argue, I say thank you, because owing to the courtesy of your taking a different point of view, I understand what I mean, so I can't get rid of you.
What is masculinity? People seem to know it when they see it. They sense it. They react to it. They evaluate it. But if you ask most men to define masculinity, you get a lot of confused and conflicting answers. In many cases, you'll get a lecture about morality, about what a real man should do, about what he shouldn't do, about what he should wear, how he should behave. The answers and the rules, they change from social class to social class and from culture to culture. So much so, in fact, that many people believe masculinity doesn't mean anything at all, that it's just a social construct. And to support their point, they tend to study and write about different groups of men and their different ideas about masculinity. When I wrote The Way of Men, I wanted to look at those different groups of men and their different ideas about masculinity, and I wanted to see what those ideas actually had in common. And I wanted to figure out why those common values have always been so important to men. If you asked most men throughout history and around the world for a list of qualities that they'd associate with masculinity, the vast majority of them would agree that a man should be strong, courageous, competent, and honorable. Those are what I call the four tactical virtues: strength, courage, mastery, and honor. They are the qualities that men would want from each other, that they would need from each other, that they would demand from each other in a survival scenario. Just imagine that the building you're in right now is surrounded by zombies. Aren't those the qualities you'd want in the men who are on your side? It's pretty straightforward, like picking a sports team. Now, strength, courage, mastery, and honor, they're not exclusive to men, but it has always been more important for men to have those qualities. We evolved in a far more dangerous world. For tens of thousands of years, it was our job, the first job of men, to separate us from them, from the outside world, from nature, from danger, from other men, to protect the perimeter of our tribe, and, if necessary, to go out and take the things our tribe needed, or the things that they wanted.
Ett, två, tre. Oh! Tre. Oj, helvete Tommy, hur tar filen?
Jag har fått kraftig. Det är så mycket fint.
Hvað er að frétta þér og Kristjáni? Einhverja kærustur?
Ég held að sé nú bara sáttir að hömpast á hverjum öðrum, sko.
Fokka þér. Ég er ekki með bæta.
Hej, Peter.
Hej.
Anna.
Hej.
Viltu að ég segi Peter þú sérst skotin í henni?
Heldur hann viski? Ættu bara að vera svona skrítin. Og var alltaf lægi.
It's gonna be super dangerous and super scary. But not, like, so scary that you wake up mom and dad. Ready?
Gonna bake and make your dinner. We are cool.
Peter!
Oh, hey, Jem. I didn't see you there.
You can bring me home the bacon. Chop the wood.
What are you thinking about? Some guy from work.
So is he into you?
I don't think so.
Steal my blood and steal my heart. Whatever it takes to get you up. I'm your bitch. You're my bitch.
Thanks for the shirt.
In my bones and in my soul. Always being your control.
Oh, watch it, man. I'm sorry, man. I thought you were my son's girlfriend. Girlfriend?